College are run by Steve Bates, the ex-England and their ex called Wasps. Kick goes just under the 22 for rugby. Rugby's number 6. And it's a penalty to Fettes. It's a good start. They've pushed the play right back into Rugby's 10, near Rugby's 22. This is Sevens rugby, so there's only going to be 3 people contesting the scrum. Scotland's put in. I think the sun's just joined us here. Take a chill away. Ball out of the scrum quickly. It's attacking play, running deep into. Is he going to go across the line already? And it's just into the 5-metre line. And it's a score for Fettes College. Oh no, it's not. Play's overturned. Penalty to Rugby. Good to keep the scores level there. Looked like a promising attack for Fettes College. And it's a tap and go for Rugby. Deep in their 22, tackled already. Cleared out and moved along the line.
Rugby School pushing his advance.
Big hit just then. He's absolutely trucked it. That was going to be sore. Nice early hit in the Rugby struggling to get across the game line here. They've kicked long all the way into Fettes 22. Knocked it backwards a bit. And it's going to be a 22-metre dropout for Fettes College. I thought it was going to be a dropout. Looks like it's going to be a scrum for Rugby here. Just into the 5-metre line for Rugby. Guy, what do you make of the immediate action?
Just been blown away too much by the gorgeous environment today around the Rugby School.
Conditions could be a little bit better for March.
Just wait till rainy April.
So the scrum comes in. Let's move towards the right-hand side. Got to get across the line surely. And it's a score for Rugby. That's 5-0. It's a good start for Rugby considering their little bit of a panic early on with Fettes, but they did well to turn the ball over and they've worked the ball upfield. A little bit of a mistake from Fettes College, and from the scrum they were able to work the ball wide fairly quickly and get across the line for an early score. And the conversion is good, so that's 7-0 to Rugby School. And the hosts set a commanding early lead. 3 minutes played. Oh no, 3 minutes remaining in the second half. Sorry, my mistake. This kick is likely to go deep into Fettes half. And Fettes have claimed the ball from the kickoff. Looking to move the ball quite quickly. Choosing not to kick, and they're going to run with it. Just out of their 22 now. Good bit of pace from number 10. Oh, and he's handed possession over fairly cheaply. And that's a knock-on from Rugby School. Oh no, it looks like the ref's given a penalty to Rugby School, just by the 10-metre line. It's going to be another scrum, the third scrum of the game already. game hasn't really got going at the minute. It's been a bit stop-start, apart from the early score. Obviously, towards the end of the match, fatigue might play a factor due to the fast nature of sevens rugby, but the scrum's about to be put in now. Scrum half takes it and moves it towards the centre of the field, and it's another kick
deep into Fettes territory.
That's great pace showed by that, and it's going to be another score. That was absolutely blistering pace by Rugby's number 8 there, and it's 12-0 to Rugby. A fairly easy score for Rugby there. All came from a straight kick and just sheer pace, really. Got them over the line. And the conversion scored, so that's 14-0 to Rugby. With pace like that, they could be dangerous in this tournament. It's disappointing so far for Fettes after a promising start. They were unlucky to get over the line. Good defending by Rugby. The kick goes high again. And claimed by Rugby, claimed from their own kick-off. They're really getting into full swing now. Riding tackles well, Rugby. They're just bouncing off players. Fettes can't seem to get a foothold in this game. They're moving the ball quickly, Rugby. Just moving into the 5-metre line now. Tackled by Fettes just on the 5-metre line. That's a long searching pass, and he's going to nice handoff to 7. That's unlucky there, just a little bit of a handling error. Agonisingly close to a 3rd try in this first half, but it's going to be I think it's going to be a scrum to Fettes College with the Scottish team with the put-in, just inside their 5-metre line now. Unlucky not to get over the line there, Rugby. But still, the scores remain 14-0. Game starting to... We had a bit of a stop-start at the beginning of the match. The game's just starting to get into full swing.
Picking up pace a little bit.
Picking up the pace. The second try really demonstrated that with just a long kick downfield. I think we're going to have that scrum again, or is... Rugby really pushed hard on that school there, looking to turn the ball over quite quickly. I think they're hungry for more tries, more points. Rugby, of course, hosts have definitely got to be one of the favourites for this tournament. I think Fettes will be disappointed with their start. They've kicked the ball downfield now, looking to gain some territory back. The winger's doubling up as a fullback now, looking to run deep into the Scottish team's 22, and they're going to be across the line again. It's a 3rd score for the first half. Rugby, that's probably the game sealed now. Don't see any coming back here for Fettes College. Rugby have really dominated this game from start to finish. Coming towards the end of the first half, Rugby have built an unassailable lead. It's going to be a tricky conversion from the corner.
This might be a sad day for Fettes.
Yeah, it's not how they would have hoped to start the tournament. The conversion was good. That's going to be 21-0. Only halfway here. And that's half-time, I think. Yep, half-time. It's Rugby 21, Fettes College 0. Fettes with a lot of work to do. Guy, what did you make of that first half?
Yeah, no, brilliant display from Rugby there. Bit sad, actually, for Fettes College.
Yeah, it was a disappointing start from them. They got deep into Rugby's 5-metre line. For some reason or another, they couldn't get over the line, so a bit of a let-off for Rugby early on. But since then, it's been all Rugby. 3 tries, 3 converted tries. Obviously a lot of talking going on at Fettes College, half-time team talk.
This could be the make or break moment now for Fettes.
They've got to come out strong. Rugby will hope for more of the same. A surprising lack of space in that half, considering it is sevens rugby. Towards the end, it did begin to open up, and Rugby took their opportunities. But towards the start of the half, there was a lack of space. A lot of big tackles flying in early on. So Fettes College, I think they'll want to go and recreate the start they made, and just try and begin to claw their way back into this tie.
Fettes College, of course, having a quite historical background. Other ex-students consist of Tony Blair.
Is that right? Tony Blair.
Tony Blair, an ex-student at Fettes College.
Yeah, I mentioned before, their director of sport as well, Steve Bates, the ex-England international and scrum half for Wasps. I think he'll be disappointed with his side's performance. Just as the second half is about to begin with a kick-off for Rugby, all in white. And it's a deep kick all the way into just outside of Fettes 22. Bit of juggling there by Fettes number 14, working the ball infield and quickly out wide again. Good hard running, big.
Rugby closing in.
Bit of football at the minute. And the ball's turned over. That's going to be a knock-on for Fettes College. Bit of a scrappy start to the second half. Bit of juggling. Fettes losing possession again, but they've just... So it's going to be a put-in for the scrum for Fettes College. Nice bit of banter going on between Rugby and the ref there.
It's that sports comradeship.
Ref's not happy. I think we're going to be doing that again. It's just setting the mark for the scrum again. Again, another slow start to the half. A few handling errors. Game's not really got going. This isn't the fast-paced rugby sevens we're used to at the minute. Again, another issue with the scrum. Oh, a little bit of afters there. It's a tap and go for Fettes College. Just inside their own half, looking to run and make territory, moving the ball along nicely. Out wide. Good tackle there by Rugby, just halted.
It's brought down completely.
Penalty to Fettes College, just another tap and go, looking to get the pace moving. Worked infield as well, trying to run and just break the gain line, which they've struggled to do this half.
Can they make the advancement?
Good tackle there by Rugby's number 2. It's the physical nature of the sport coming out now. Ball's gone out of play. That's the first time the ball's gone out of play, and it's moved infield to Rugby. Nice little side step action there and a little offload. Oh, and it's a pass just evaded. He's trying to open his legs now. He's on the wing. Missed the tap tackle. He's on the home straight, it looks.
Make the sprint.
And he's going to get across the line for a 4th score for Rugby. That's the true nature of sevens rugby coming out there. Ball worked out wide fairly quickly with fast ball, and then it was just a matter of sheer pace to get across the line. Demonstrated good pace there for a big lad. We're going to go for another conversion here. Hoping to score the extra 2 points. Oh, that's He's not made that one.
This is still not looking good for Fettes College, though.
No, it's a disappointing start. It's 24-0 to Fettes College. To Rugby School, sorry. Fettes College, it's been a disappointing start to them. They're going to want to bounce back fairly quickly after this. Rugby have really shown their class here. They've dominated the game throughout. And it's picked up again. This is going to be another score. No, they've good tackle there by Fettes College to work the ball out of play, so they get ball was spilled. They'll look to try and gain some possession here, deep inside their 22. Well, this is going to be a contested line out, not going to be the quick one like we saw from Rugby at the start of the second half. Quick line out was worked back into their own try area.
They pushed quite far back though against their own.
He's managed to break through the gain line. He's through it.
This could
I think he's going to get across the line. Oh, it's a great tackle by number 1. Oh, it's a great offload there, and they're going to get across the line. Fettes have finally got a score on the board. There we go. Great try from Fettes College, working it from their own try line, moving their way all up from the pitch. Quick conversion. And that's, what's the score now? That's going to be 24. No, with the conversion, that's going to be 24-7. Good to get a score on the board. What a score it was. Good pace showed there on the wing. The tackle was made, but the offload allowed the score. Fettes with the College again, hoping to build a bit of momentum here. They've gone high, claimed by Rugby. Rugby obviously looking to bounce back fairly quickly. Working the ball wide again with Rugby's number 12.
It's just under a minute and a half now left in play.
Went for the little grubber kick there, was kicked out of play. It's a line out for Rugby, is it? Oh no, it looks... Yeah. I think we're in no doubt that the game is Rugby's here. I think they'll look to bounce back, get a few more scores on the board. Worked out from the line out quickly. Number 1's really run the game for Rugby today, as he's just kicked the ball that... Oh, and it's stolen by Fettes College. I think Rugby's wing there was quite unlucky with the bounce, but it's stolen through. Rugby's number 2 is going to get over the line again. It's another score. Bit unfortunate there, because Fettes College did claim the ball from that kick downfield from Rugby, but the ball was spilled, and he managed to take advantage of the loose ball and get over the line again. Tricky conversion here from the corner. Missed his last one. This is Tom Hardwick for Rugby to take the conversion. He's really run the game. He's been instrumental in everything that Rugby have done. And is that the end of the game?
So the final score being 29-7 to Rugby.
There's a really convincing performance by Rugby, the hosts. They've got to be, after that performance, confidence will be high. Hello again, we're joined on the closed pitch now for Marlborough versus Rugby School, the hosts against 2 English teams here now. Rugby obviously the hosts against Marlborough from Marlborough, led by Budge Pootney, by the former Northampton Saints player, 31 caps for Scotland, and their former captain, also the former Saints director of rugby. Rugby School, they're led by Scott Hamilton of Leicester Tigers and Tosh Askew, the Leicester Academy coach. So 2 English sides going head to head. The first time they've met in the competition, so should be in for a good match. Rugby got off to start their tournament with a big win against Fettes College. Player to watch is Tom Hardwick, the England under-18 international. And I'm joined here by my co-commentator, Ruri Britton. Ruri, what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, good afternoon. Rugby come out of the gates well here against Fettes, obviously with the big win earlier. And Marlborough had a very close encounter with Hilton. But we're looking to see who can really pull away here and who can start to take a lead in this group.
Tap and go by Rugby. Nice little slip there. Working the ball out wide. A suspicion of a high tackle there, but yeah, the penalty's given to Rugby. Looking to get the ball moving quickly. Just trying to. He's broken through the line there, working the ball out wide. Just inside Marlborough's 22 now. Marlborough managing to shut them out to begin with, but that's the first score of the game for Rugby. It's another flying start. First try of the game. Looks like there should be many more.
First try to the pleasure of the home crowd here, looking to successfully convert and get the full 7.
So Rugby have already announced their style of play with a fast start. Really running hard and fast, looking to move the ball quickly. Getting their offload game going.
Just unfortunate miss there with the conversion. So Marlborough 0, Rugby 5.
Rugby now to restart the game.
Very good start by the hosts again, to say the least.
So it's a skewed restart, and now Marlborough will look to get the game going again.
I've seen that a lot in some of the games this afternoon. There's been some kicks just can't get past the 10 with the blistering wind that's going on this afternoon here.
You can sense the urgency for Marlborough here to get the ball going, getting the ball quickly out of the ruck and moving the ball, long sweeping passes, looking to move the ball into the middle of the pitch and just running quite direct to try and break through the lines, moving the ball, not letting play get bogged down, working the ball out wide. And it's going to be a penalty to Marlborough College. So it's going to be the 3-man scrum, as is the style of Sevens rugby.
Again, it's discipline that's key for some of these teams here. If they want to get any momentum going, they need to avoid giving away penalties.
Really, with penalties and quite sloppy play, it really does slow down the pace of the game. But England, a nice little bit of showboating there from Tom Hardwick, trying a nice little offload, but his ball's been given away. And Marlborough here, sniff of an opportunity, trying to run out wide. Good last-minute tackle there.
Baines running well at the wing there.
Great defending by Rugby, and it's been a yellow card. And
7 versus 6.
Marlborough looking to work the ball out wide. Bit soft in the tackle there, but eventually gets him down on the floor. Marlborough again, short snappy passes, just trying to work the ball, running diagonally, trying to draw the man in, working it out wide. And it's a score for Marlborough. They've levelled the scores. This is making for a really interesting contest now. Rugby started fast, had it all their own way for the first half of this half, but Marlborough have hit back now. The yellow card could prove to make all the difference here. What do you think, Ruri?
Just as I mentioned, discipline, we see a yellow. It's typical, but Reid there with a very good try to try and bring Marlborough back into this game.
Can they take the lead now by adding the extra 2? It's a fair old way out. Is it?
Baines just heading wide there again. I think the wind playing a heavy factor in that kick.
So scores a level on 5-all. 2 English teams here going head to head. It's proven to be a great contest so far as Marlborough look to restart the game. The kickoff isn't skewed like the previous one, and the ball's spilt, but it's regained possession by Rugby. There's the physical aspect of the game coming out now with some big tackles flying in. Nice offload game Rugby have got. It's been shown in all their games is that it's kick inside, a bit of football there going on, but eventually the offload's going on. And he manages to get across the line there, a bit soft in the tackle, but nevertheless Rugby get across the line to make it 10-5 to Rugby. It's very end-to-end this game so far.
Vocal home crowd out there reacting to that one.
Neither team managing to maintain a foothold in the game, so going back and forth with the scores.
Key element for me, I've noticed that obviously sevens, you're picking up a game of rugby and you're adding nothing but just pace, absolute brutal pace, and yet there's so many cheeky offloads here and there that just can't quite work for either team at the moment. Some players, I think, just need to hold on to that ball a little bit longer and take the contact and try and recover the play from that rather than losing possession like that. It's becoming a bit too easy for some of them to just pick up the ball and run away with it there. But another missed conversion.
Keeps the score up, 10-5 to Rugby. I have noticed what's working well for Marlborough is their diagonal running, managing when they are attacking to draw the player and manage to just pop it off and create the space. I think space is pivotal in sevens rugby. Obviously that's where you get to utilise any pace. And let's not forget this is a full-size rugby pitch. This is where fatigue is going to set in. Pace is going to become a more important factor as the games go on.
I think both teams will be looking for half-time here just to recuperate. They've played well, it's been a close fixture, but I think
it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, the key thing now just to come back for the half-time, just recuperate, refocus your aim as a team, and go into the second half with a strong break, because for either one of these teams to come away with an extra try now and start well in the second half, and you could consider the game to be theirs.
Just as you say that, the ref calls a scrum. It's going to be a rugby put-in.
We're breaking away quickly.
Tom Hardwick really is controlling the game for Rugby here.
Oh,
as they break through the line again, just as we mentioned the next score and how important it is, Rugby go across the line right under the posts to make the conversion attempt as easy as possible, but that's 15-5 to Rugby. Can he add the 2 points? He can, so that's 17-5 to Rugby as the ref draws a close to the first half. Rui, what are the main talking points for this first half for you?
Well, I think Rugby are really starting to assert their dominance in this competition now. They've played really well against Fettes in their last game, and they've started very well against Marlborough. 3 tries, it's just the kicking game that's let them down to get any more extra points on the board. But like I've said, discipline, just holding the ball and running into the tackle rather than constantly trying to offload and pop up to other players. Other than that, it's been an enticing match so far, and I think that Rugby are starting to show clear dominance in this contest. They've run away with it here, and it'll be key for Marlborough to come out in the second half and really try and take control of the fixture. Yeah,
Rugby really have been in command so long. They've really shut the door on Marlborough whenever they've had a sniff. Yes, Marlborough got through. They managed to get over the line just once to make it more of a contest. But Rugby they've been defending well. They've been attacking with power and with pace, and it's been showing through the scoreboard. The coaches of Marlborough will be picking up on these points as we speak, looking to start well for the second half. I don't think the game's over. I don't think it's out of reach for Marlborough.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, yes, there's a 12-point deficit, but that's a game of sevens. You've got tries here, there, and everywhere, and you can see high-scoring games all the time. So I think it's very easy for Marlborough to come back into it. They've just got to assert their dominance.
I think it's important for Marlborough and Rugby to both iron out a few sloppy errors and really
absolutely
just do the basics right. Marlborough will be looking to start well as the teams re-enter the pitch. England will have the Rugby will have the kick to restart the second half. I just said England there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Rugby's kit is remarkably similar to that of England's.
The all white shining in the sun there.
Yeah, the sun's come out. We've really been treated with the weather here.
Yeah.
Rugby regain possession. The refs brought it back. It's quite a slow start to the second half. Refs called for a scrum early on. I think both teams will want to get the ball in hand and start their running game and drawing players and popping it off quickly just to create that space. Neither winger has been able to fully stretch their legs yet, I don't think. As I say, that Marlborough worked the ball out of the scrum.
Handling letting Marlborough down almost there again.
Just camped inside their 22 at the minute, just trying to work their way out. Both teams are reluctant to kick from deep. Nice little offload there as they work the ball back into the midfield, and
almost.
Nice sharp pass in here. A real high pressing game from Rugby here.
He's teasing him there with the sidestepping and his dummies, but
Rugby are doing a really good job here to shut the door on Marlborough. They really can't get out. I think kicking may be the only option here as passes are going astray. They just haven't been able to build a platform to work their way up the pitch.
I think the elements are against Marlborough here. If you're wanting to play a kicking game to get out of there, you've got contest with the wind. If you don't want to contest with the wind, you've got Rugby's defence. They really are stuck here.
Trying to run across the line, just create that gap.
And breaking away very well here.
Ball inside.
A lovely pass inside.
And they're through.
There we go.
There we go. So that brings the scores to 10, 17, 10. We mentioned at half-time how important it was for Marlborough to start fast. Let's hope they can add the 2 points here from the conversion, which they can.
They've got out the gate well here to reduce it to a 5-point lead very early on. Still plenty of time left for Rugby, though, to stretch their lead further.
Rugby haven't had it all their own way in this game. I think a few changes is just being made from both sides. Referee calling Tom Hardwick over to... he's shown Tom Hardwick a yellow card. This could be a pivotal moment in the game. Debatably, Rugby's talisman, Tom Hardwick, has been shown a yellow card just after a score from Marlborough. Marlborough looking to get the game going quickly. Kick just shy of the 22. Rugby working their way up to the halfway line. There's another handling error. Suddenly Marlborough have their tails up. They're running hard and fast, trying to clear out of the ruck. The ball moved back into the midfield. Long pass, just managed to hold it up. He's through again. That man advantage has really proven crucial in this half. Marlborough with 2 quick scores at the start of the second half, and suddenly this game is thrown right into the balance.
Successfully converted there, so Marlborough heading up the points board. Marlborough 19, Rugby 17.
This is where Rugby are really going to have to show their maturity, try and regain the dominance of the game. Obviously they're a man down now. Marlborough looking to restart the half. Rugby really need to bounce back now. They've had a slow and sloppy start to the second half, but they've regained possession from the kickoff. They're just faced with a wall of blue and yellow here. Just trying sheer physicality there, just trying to work his way out of the tackle and out of the ruck. He's being manhandled there by Marlborough. Marlborough have really come and they're a different team at the start of this second half.
It'd be good to see Marlborough get the win here as well, just to really try and throw the Group A open here. We've had some good results here and there.
The ball's been stolen out of possession. They've got a man over, he's running into the corner. I don't think he's going to catch him. Does he get across the line? It's a great finish. Did he get it down? The ref's going to have a look if he's awarded the try.
Just into the corner there before the flag.
3 quick-fire tries in the second half for Marlborough here. And the yellow card has really been crucial for this game. It's really changed the game. 7-on-7, Rugby looks to have the fixture their own way. But with the man advantage, Marlborough have really taken control, and the 3 tries at the start of the second half have shown that.
It'll be a difficult kick, this one here.
Let's see if he can make it. Oh, he's
Goal. Wow.
He'll be unhappy with that, but still, Marlborough won't be unhappy with their performance at the start of the second half, as the scores are now 24-17. Rugby really struggling to get a foothold in this game. They can't seem to get out of their half, let alone their 22. Marlborough will be looking to go again.
So your next opposition is the clock here. We're running into the final 90 seconds of the second half. Marlborough taking a defiant lead. Can Rugby pull it back?
Tom Hardwick's re-entered the field here. Let's see if he can change the game. And that's the difference he makes.
That's the impact he has for this Rugby side.
Just
well over 30-40 metres gain there by Tom.
Broke through the initial line of defence. Is it too little, too late? Like you said, Rory, the clock's not their best friend at the minute.
I think even from Rugby to come away with a draw here by levelling the score would be... Oh, and he's broken through!
He's going to get across the line.
He's across the line. Slammed it down. There we go. Fantastic try by Rugby there. Racing back quickly to take the conversion.
It's thrown the game right back into the balance, and that just shows how important Tom Hardwick is to the team.
Oh, and he's converted to draw it level.
And you've just seen how quickly the game can swing in terms of control and balance. Now, with 15 seconds left on the clock, Rugby are going to look to steal this from Marlborough.
Yeah, but the clock's ticking down. Can they just come away with the draw here?
They need to get this
game. Or can they push for any further points? I think there's just 2 left.
It's a bit bittersweet for Marlborough here. They were in such a commanding position just only a few minutes ago.
Be disappointing for them to come away without the win here.
I don't think the draw will be enough for them. I think they're looking to retake the lead. And Rugby have turned over possession, looking to break the line again.
Oh, he's running well.
This will be a real turn up for the books here if Rugby were to steal it, but just as I say that, the ball's turned over, kicked downfield by Marlborough as they look to chase. Nice bit of composure there by Rugby's number 6.
Sidestepping well there.
This game really is on a knife edge, and it's just as he... Nice little handoff there. Creeping their way inside to Marlborough's 22.
Oh, they could steal this one.
Bit of hot potato going on
at
the minute.
No, into touch.
Unlucky there for Rugby, just couldn't get across the line towards the end, but still, I say the game finishes a draw, 24-all. Rugby look a bit deflated after that.
The look on the players says it all, really. Both teams will be really disappointed to come away with just a draw here. But nonetheless, a fantastic game of sevens in the afternoon here.
Hello and welcome to the next game. We have Rugby versus Shaw. I'm here with Guy Frawley.
It's a lovely day today. Sun has come out bright and shining.
Definitely nice to see the sun out here. It's quite cold on this fantastic tournament day. Just waiting for kickoff now. Shaw to start us off. What do you make of some of the competition you've seen here today, Guy?
Some absolutely outstanding performances today. Don't know if you saw earlier, the New Zealanders did some absolutely... oh, here we go.
We are underway. Rugby have the ball. Referees stopped play here. Looks like a rugby player's taking a knock. We're ready to restart with the scrum. Rugby have it now. Good kick down the field.
By number 1 there.
There's been quite a bit of buzz about number 1. He definitely looks the player, doesn't he?
Tell you what, he definitely doesn't look under 18.
Definitely looks the player. He looks very, very impressive on the ball. But here comes Shaw, who had a very gallant performance earlier against Fettes, where it looked like they were on their way back. It was a fantastic performance by them to try and get the comeback, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be for them. Picked up the ball here and trying to advance up the field, and there's a spill there. Well collected here by Shaw. Fantastic bit of movement. It was a great pass there.
And they've broken through.
He's starting down the pitch here. Fantastic movement here. And it looks like he's made his way all the way over to the try line. He's calming it down. It's a fantastic chance for them here to, you know, carry on and try and get more points on the scoreboard. Good start here by Shaw.
Still plenty left of the match, though. Anything can happen.
It's true. In the game of rugby sevens, with how fast-paced it is, it can definitely turn at any point.
We have seen some points. And he followed through with the conversion.
Conversion goes through there. It's interesting. We were speaking to the New Zealand coach earlier, and he was making the same point about how quick and pacey rugby sevens can be, and how quickly it can change within literally a matter of points. But we're bringing the ball back for another restart. Shaw to kick it down the pitch, and can catch it there, and there's a good pass there. Would you make of rugby's chances, Guy? Would you think?
From what I've seen of them earlier today, they do seem to be one of the top teams, even. So they're doing their home game proud.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of home support for them. We've seen them being cheered on from the sidelines there.
Even people over the fences taking pictures.
Definitely a big day. Of course, as we said before, it is the 450th anniversary for Rugby School. Definitely marks the occasion here. Some of the performances we've seen. Good tackle there. Rugby trying to advance down the pitch here, but player's been brought down there. It was a good tackle there by the Shaw man.
Tensions are high.
So line up here. Rugby have picked the ball up here, and he's advancing for the try line, and he's got it. Rugby back into the game here. Fantastic try there. Did well from the lineup. Picked the ball up, and they advanced to the try line, and they've managed to grab themselves 5 points, and now they're going to try for the conversion.
Kicked by number 1.
I think he's made it. Yeah, he's made the conversion. That's
good.
7-7.
Number 1 there, proving that he's quite the player.
Number 1 has been brilliant. That's 7-7. We're already showing that it's been quite a cagey affair so far between these two teams, cancelling each other out at the moment. Rugby have the ball. Fantastic bit of physicality being shown by both teams here. trying to advance down the pitch. Number 1 on the ball. Definitely been the standout player so far for Rugby. They're making their way down here, trying to get through. It's picked up again here by Rugby. Fantastic tackle there by Shaw, but he's managed to get through there. And there is another try for Rugby. And they're moving away with the game now, Rugby. Shaw looking like they lost concentration just a little bit there, but still time in this yet for them to turn it around. Another conversion and coming towards the end of the first half here. Fortunately for Rugby, they couldn't make that conversion, but nonetheless, they are still ahead. As Shaw make their way forward here. Number 13 trying to advance. Fantastic way to intercept that. Shaw being penned back just a little bit here. Oh, it's a good tackle. Just managed to pick the ball up again, and fantastic pass there. Shaw advancing for the try line now here.
Brought down very well.
Fantastic tackle there.
Some excellent teamwork on both sides here.
Definitely. Rugby pick up the ball here, and they're now beginning to advance. Number 1 picking up the ball, and there's no contest for him. He's just going to make his way to the try line there, and that's another try for Rugby. He's definitely taking his time here. Number 1. He's got the try. So it's been a brilliant half for Rugby. Started on the bottom foot, definitely. And they've come back here and managed to turn the game around. Sure have a bit of work to do in the second half, but nonetheless, they are still in this.
So half-time Rugby with a 19, Shaw 7.
What did you make of that first half, Guy?
Yeah, no, Shaw had me there. I thought they were going to be on fire, but no, they're still excellent sides of the team. Excellent teamwork from both sides.
Definitely. In the game against Fettes, Shaw went down, but showed some tremendous fight. And if they could just do the same in this game against Rugby, we should definitely be seeing a brilliant contest in the second half, don't you think?
Yes, no, of course. Hopefully this half-time talk will really speed things up.
So
I'm sure we can expect some really intense next 10 minutes of rugby.
Definitely, but there's a player there that looks like he's picked up a knock, maybe. Both teams here receiving instructions from their coach. Rugby, of course, will be trying to see out this this lead and take it all the way and win the match. Sure, have a bit of work to do in the second half. They'll hope that they can come out in great psychological spirits. And as we said before, it is the 450th anniversary for Rugby School. The Suns come out occasionally at times to grace the occasion, but definitely some brilliant scenes here at Rugby School, don't you think, Guy?
Yeah, no, fantastic. In the other match at the moment, Michael House. Michael House Landovery with 33-12 to Michael House.
Rugby players have made their way out, and so have Shaw, and the second half is about to get underway. 19-7 to Rugby is the score at the moment, and Rugby get us restarted here, and we're straight into the thick of things here with a good tackle there.
The intensity is rising.
Shaw making their way forward here. Number 6 dodging and weaving, fantastic bit of movement there. Ball's made its way out here, and looks like we're going to have another lineup. Ball makes its way in. Rugby managed to get it. The Rugby are making their way forward here after getting the ball after the lineup, and ooh, it's just a little slip there. Pass didn't quite work there. Number 2 with some great movement though. There was a good tackle there from number 15, anticipating the danger there. Fantastic movement by him. Another lineup. Tried to restart it quickly there, but the referees called it back for it to be taken again. Seems to be a bit of confusion here, but we're about to get back underway, and throw going a bit towards the Rugby side, and Rugby has picked up the ball here. The home team advancing down the pitch. Ball looked to take a little bubble away from the...
Some aggressive play there.
There's been some aggressive play all around really today. It's just seen a lot of physicality being shown, and earlier matches some shirt pulling going on and all of that kind of stuff. It's been a very
really demonstrating the demandingness.
Yeah, it's been a very fiery affair between some teams so far, but
all in good spirit.
Yeah, all in good spirit. It's definitely been a fantastic day of rugby so far anyway. Shaw have it here, and they're going to try and make their way out again. Good tackle there by the Rugby man, but he's been done for shirt pulling. Number 12 making his way out here, giving it to number 1. Fantastic little dummy there from number 1, giving it to number 4, and it's picked up here by number 12. They've made their way in, and another try for Rugby, and it's starting to pull away from Shaw here, but they have to regroup. There is still some time in this, and they can still do this.
They're going to have to do something fast.
Definitely going to have to do something fast, but number 1 going for the conversion again, and from what we've seen from him so far, that's going to be no problem for him. It's another 2 points added to the try. Rugby to start us off again. 26-7 is the score at the moment. Shaw still have a bit of work to do, and if they can pick it up here, it could put them in fantastic spirits, but it's been called back. Looked like they were advancing forward there. Was a chance. Although it seems a bit unfortunate for Shaw, at times they have displayed some fantastic technical ability on the ball. They're looking to do so again here. Trying to break through the Rugby line there, but it's been brought down.
Rugby holding that line incredibly strong.
They've definitely been doing very well with that line, haven't they? The defensive aspect of rugby's game has been pretty good so far.
Not many holes to get through.
Keeping everything nice and compact as Shaw come forward here. It's a battle of pace at the moment, but the rugby man getting back quickly to stop it. But Shaw regained the ball and still have a chance here. Quick, snappy passing here, but bit of a mistake there, but it's a yellow card given here. Shaw making their way forward here. Number 2 picking up the ball, has a chance.
Shaw really testing that almost impenetrable line of defence.
Yeah, at the moment it's been the biggest test for the rugby defence so far in this second half.
Rugby pushing back out.
Fantastic movement here by rugby. It's a fantastic run here. Good bit of technical ability there. Fantastic little dummy there by number 5.
Brought down just before the line.
Just brought down. A fantastic tackle there, has to be said. Looked like that player was beaten. Came back and got the tackle, but number 1 not allowed to continue there, but here comes Shaw. Reaching the dying embers of the game now. Fantastic run here by number 9. He's found the space. He's used it effectively. That's very well spotted there by number 9. It's a try for Shaw.
Will they be able to follow through on the conversion? And of course.
It's been a good game of rugby there. Again, nice try. Fantastic effort again by Shaw. The rugby really taking the game to Shaw. They've beaten them here, 26-14. It's been a brilliant game of rugby. What did you think of that one, Guy?
Yeah, no, actually, it was one of the more exciting, dramatic matches I've seen today. Brilliant, valiant display by rugby, and even Shaw, like you said, some great technical demonstration, handling of the ball, but it just couldn't quite get past that fortress of a line.
Definitely, but as we say, it's the 450th anniversary for Rugby School today in this International Rugby Sevens tournament, and we'll be back shortly with the next game. We are underway.
It's a beautiful start to this game. Lovely, gorgeous weather.
I think we've already got a try here. You're already through, and 5 points. We are underway. Going for the conversion here. It's gone through. So rugby has started this match very well indeed. Following off from their great form earlier on. They make their way forward again, number 12 here, making its way back to number 11, and they've pulled through again in another try here for rugby. Oita, the Japanese side, look like they're struggling at the moment. Hasn't really been the best tournament for them. Been hoping to gain something in this one, but Rugby have been showing great form since the beginning, and there's a player that's pulled up there. I think he may have maybe carrying a knock. Following from last time, Guy, how much confidence do you think Rugby have gotten from their previous win so far?
I think they just seem to be escalating with each game. They seem to be getting more and more confident.
Definitely doing their home duties here, Rugby. Game underway again, and Rugby move forward here, trying to advance. Fantastic bit of movement here, and Oita struggling to tackle, but it's a fantastic tackle there in the end to bring the Rugby man down. Number 6 is down here, but number 4 pushing for the try line, and he's got himself through. He's got another try for Rugby here, and Oita, the Japanese side, just pulling further and further away from this one. Conversion here from number 4.
And that's gone through.
That was relatively easy, but Guy, what do you think Oita have to do here to stop Rugby's momentum at the moment? Because they are definitely look like they're struggling. A couple of them look like they're carrying knocks.
Also, Oita got a couple of subs as well from other teams.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're not even at their full strength.
Yeah. No, that could definitely be playing a part in this one. They need to regroup themselves here, Oita. There's plenty of time, but they just need to keep their heads in this one before Rugby completely run away with it. But there's a chance for them to get back. Oita get the game underway again. Good pass back. They're working their way across the line here. Fantastic bit of movement here from Oita. Number 4 trying to pull through, bit shirt pulling. Oita lose the ball, but number 1 picks it up for Rugby here. Sends it all the way down the line for number 6. Number 6 showing tremendous pace here to get away from number 8. And Oita faltering again, and it's looking quite unfortunate for the Japanese side. They really need to keep their heads at this present moment in time, because the way it looks at the moment, Rugby have pulled further ahead, but again, anything can change in this game. And another good conversion there by Rugby as they continue to pull further and further away from Oita. The sun joining us out here today again. It's had moments where it's gone away and come back, but it's definitely looking a bit warmer, brighter out there.
Maybe even blinding.
Definitely, as Oita tried to come forward here. Good bit of movement being shown here. It's a good tackle, and Oita looked to have lost the ball again, sorry, and refs called for something. Sport play back. I think they might be going for a scrum here. 25-0 to Rugby at the moment. Just over 2 minutes left in this first half. What do you make of this first half so far, Guy?
It's not looking good for Oita at all. They're going to have to in this next half. They're going to want to consider beating Rugby. But yeah, Rugby have just been pummeling this tournament.
They really have. They really have. They've been very impressive, the home side, as they come forward again here. Rugby, fantastic bit of physicality there by number 5. Makes his way through yet again, and another try for Rugby. And they're just pulling away with this match. Very impressive out there today. Oita look like their heads have dropped. They just need to pick it up again, but Rugby here definitely showing fantastic signs in this tournament. Definitely doing their home crowd proud. Look at them. A lot of Rugby fans here. Rugby fans from Rugby. coming to watch their home team play.
Rugby.
Yeah. And definitely having fun as Rugby continue to rack up the points here, but Oita try to pull forward. Number 4 goes down, pick up the ball again. Just have to say that Oita are struggling to keep hold of the ball sometimes whenever they get it back. Rugby are very quick to take it away from them, but trying to find some space there, but it was brought down, and Oita trying to advance again. Given to number 6 here. Good tackle. Good bit of movement there. Showed a bit of physicality there, the Oita man, and it's come to number 4. Fantastic bit of movement there. He's nearly made his way through there, number 4. Good pass. Struggling to hold the ball again there, but they've... Referee's called playback. And I believe that's the end of this first half. What did you make of that first half, Guy?
Well, I mean, Rugby seem to really be decimating in this match.
They've definitely been quite impressive, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
In the games they've played, and of course, it's their 450th anniversary today. As a school rugby, definitely a very proud day for them and their home team, making them very proud indeed in this International Rugby Sevens tournament. Having quite a good time out there and enjoying their rugby at the moment, and we've hope all of you joining us and watching this are enjoying this as much as we are. Just a quick shout out to Jeannie Hodgkins, watching in Bermuda. Spoken to your husband earlier, and he let us know that you joined us on Facebook Live, so a quick shout out to Jeannie Hodgkins.
It's probably not as sunny here as it is there, is it?
Yeah. Husband's here in the cold, unfortunately, but he's enjoying this day. It's been a brilliant day for all competitors so far. Some fantastic rugby being shown all around. Definitely be interesting to see, especially in this one, how Oita,
how they start to deliver.
if they can
This
come
could
back
be the
into
start
this.
of the turning tide.
Definitely, if they can come out here with a psychological edge and try and pull through and maybe get their first couple of tries, they can really get going. Just as things worked for Rugby in the first half, it could do the same for Oita here if they can just start working hard. But Rugby looking to punish them again here as number 7 makes his way forward. He's been brought down. Bit of a shoving going on there. Oita to start with the ball now. We're off again. Number 6. A good long pass there to number 5, and number 5 trying to exploit the spaces here that Rugby seem to be leaving, but Rugby covering very well here. Number 9 playing it over to number 6 again, and Rugby intercept the ball.
Interception.
It's a fantastic interception. They seem to read everything. They seem to be 2 steps ahead of Oita at the moment, Rugby. Definitely doing very well, and they've marked their dominance again here with another try. Another 5 points.
Whatever Rugby's game plan is,
It seems to be working, isn't it? They're enjoying their rugby at the moment. And definitely having fun out there. Oita just need to keep pushing. Again, we keep saying that it's a game that could turn around very quickly. Oita didn't start the competition too badly. Very cagey affair in their first couple of matches, but it just seems to have gone down from there, really. But 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes left. This one, they have still have a chance there. Bit of ball juggling going on. What do you make of Rugby's dominance so far, Guy, in this game?
I don't think it's going to stop, to be perfectly honest.
It's always good when you're scoring a lot of points as well, because it kind of brings up your
momentum.
Yeah, definitely building momentum for future matches. It's not just in this one. It brings up your confidence here as they continue to advance for the try line here. Oita trying to stop them at all costs here, but Rugby pulling through again, and another try for Rugby. And Oita's heads look to be seriously low at the moment. The scenes here show it all, really. They seem quite surprised at themselves, Oita. So they should be. They've got some very good players in there, some fantastic movers as well, but
Rugby just seem to be, like you said, 2 steps ahead.
yeah, Rugby just seem to be just moving ahead at the moment, and I believe that conversion was put away there. Just over 5 minutes left in this one. Rugby gets underway again. Not the best of passes there from the Oita man, and they try to move quickly here down the left-hand side here. Number 5 making his way forward here. Good pass, but he's taken out of play there, and it's going to be a looks like it's going to be a lineup here. Number 11 to feed the ball in. Good bit of movement, good long pass here.
It's quite the stretch.
It's a good catch there by the Rugby man down the left-hand side, pulling away again, and Oita head seriously low at the moment. They look to have stopped trying, even as they continue to concede more and more points here. It's not looking good for them, but Rugby all smiles at the moment, definitely enjoying themselves with another try, and the conversion looking like it might be just as easy, and it definitely is. Another easy conversion for Rugby, and the Rugby continue to heap the pressure onto Oita here. Just over 3 minutes left in this one, and Rugby
47-0.
Rugby are 47-0 up, aren't they? They're definitely enjoying themselves at the moment, looking very easy, but Oita just simply haven't helped themselves, have they?
I mean, at this point in the match, you're only going to falter. I mean, past halfway.
It's a brilliant move here by Rugby as they make their way forward.
Ooh.
Rugby get us underway again. Number 11 here. Good little dummy here. Number 11 making his way through. Fantastic pass. It's got in again, and another try definitely here for Rugby, making a statement yet again. 5 more points to add to what they've got already. Enjoying themselves here, Rugby. And it's 56-0 here. Just over 2 minutes left. How do you think Oita could pick themselves up from this, Guy? They definitely look like they've given up. Yeah, as they continue to concede more points.
At this point, I don't think there's any coming back.
To all those watching on the stream, we sincerely apologise for losing the video coverage there.
Should be back shortly, though.
Here come Oita again, number 8. Pushing forward here, trying to get something back for Oita to lift their heads, but
Been brought down again.
fantastic tackle, wasn't it? 57-0 here. Just over a minute left for Rugby to see this game out, and at this point we have no doubt that they will. It's very well fed through here. Fantastic bit of movement here by Rugby, but the pass well intercepted there by Oita, but Rugby losing it here, and Oita's number 7 bringing the ball forward here. Great pass, and Oita getting through here. Number 5 brought down. A fantastic professional play here by Rugby. Seem to be seeing the game out, even though they're so far ahead, and they're looking to pull even further ahead as number 7 advances down the field here. Fantastic, fantastic display of professionalism here by Rugby. Number 7 makes his way to the try line to get 5 more points. Fantastic display. Nice and easy here for Rugby.
Just in the last minute now. Last 30 seconds.
Just about 20 seconds left here. I think they're going to call it off early. No doubt, really. 62-0. Rugby with a dominant performance. And no doubt, 64-0, sorry. Rugby with no doubt a dominant performance, getting themselves over the line. And it's definitely going to give them some confidence going in towards their next game. It's a brilliant performance from them in this match. A brilliant performance from them all around today. What did you think of that one, Guy?
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have seen Oita score, to be honest, but I'm sure that's not the end for them.
They should definitely keep their heads held high, and with that we end the broadcast for this match. We'll be back shortly with the next match in this International Rugby Sevens tournament. Thank you. And
the match is just about to kick off.
I believe some of the teachers have joined us as well to watch them. But we're underway here. Rugby to kick it off. Fantastic catch here. Oh, just couldn't stay on his feet. Number 12. Back to number 3. Oh, good bit of movement from number 3, making his way in here. I think he's made it to the try line. It's a try for Rugby. They're revved up for this one. They know how hard it's going to be. But they've got themselves out of the blocks very quickly here, Rugby. And you have to say, Hilton have a bit of work to do early on in this one. Number 1 about to try.
We're going to have a really, really short game.
Number 1 about to try for the conversion here. I think it's a miss there.
Just sure.
Just have to take the 5 points then. Rugby are 5 ahead now, following the try. Fantastic movement by them, and did very, very well to get to the try line so early on in this match. It's caught here by Hilton. It's a good tackle. Number 2 here to number 1. Number 1 playing it over, and Hilton were moving down the other end of the pitch, down to the left-hand side. Number 1 picks it up.
Hilton
a good pass to number 6.
Good job managing to hold onto
Hilton
the ball.
Doing fantastically well here down the left-hand side. Fantastic movement here. Darts inside. He's been brought down there. Good tackle there by number 4. Picked up by number 11 for Rugby here. Fantastic physicality. Just great hands there. Off. Good pass. Fantastic movement. Number 6 trying to weasel his way through, but stop there. Rugby continue to try to come forward. Trying to go further ahead here. Definitely do quite a lot for their confidence here, Rugby. Bit of niggling going on here. Looks like there's a Hilton player. Looks like he's picked up a knock there. He's definitely moving uneasy. Not too sure what happened there. Looks like he's taking a knock in the tackle there.
There's quite a few collisions there.
Yeah, he's hobbling off. He doesn't look like he can continue, so they've made the sub. Number 4 coming on here. We're here for the scrum. Scrum about to take place here. Locked together here, and Hilton come away with the ball, although Rugby nearly looking like they're going to pick it up there. Ball given to Rugby here. Number 4 over to number 1. Good pass back to number 4. have to regroup now, Rugby, as there were stops there. So
Ooh, number 12.
good
there.
attempt at the tackle. But number
Accelerating
12 looked
through.
like he's nearly getting through the fantastic tackle there by the Hilton man. There's one back by Hilton as well here as they intercept, and he's darting down the pitch here. No one can catch him. He's making his way towards the try line, advancing. Fantastic movement there to get through. Brilliant to spot the space there, number 5.
There we go.
Getting
5-5.
into the Rugby side there and getting the try on.
Can they make the conversion?
Fantastic here, and it's looking like it's a KG affair already here, guys, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems to be two incredibly good teams pitted against each other.
Conversion is good. Hilton to get us underway again. Referee calling and giving the ball back to Rugby here. Number 1 making his way forward. Number 12 taking over from number 1, giving it to number 4 now. As they try to spot the spaces here. It's a little stumble there, but he seems to have stayed on his feet. Fantastic pass here. Brilliant movement. Number 3 advancing towards the try line, and it's going to be another try for Rugby. Fantastic movement there.
Took a hard hit, that Hilton player there, trying to tackle him down.
It's a fantastic game we're seeing here. It's end-to-end stuff, really, from both sides. It's a game that from the off we knew wasn't going to be one-sided, did we?
They got the conversion as well.
He's got the conversion there, and Rugby pulling further ahead here.
So 12-5. Unless said otherwise. 12-7.
12-7 here to Rugby making their way. Hitting the ball forward again here. Number 3 revved up for this one, as you can see, trying to get his players to concentrate. He's definitely been the standout player so far, number 3. We've heard a lot about number 1 today, but number 3 in this game.
I've been watching number 12 actually, and I've noticed he's just been throwing them off every time. Anytime someone tries to tackle him, can't stand a chance.
Definitely looks the leader on the pitch today, in this match anyway, number 3. As we go for the scrum here. Great throw over to number 1. Rugby continue to try and spot the spaces. Number 11 to number 12. Play to number 4, 4-1. Trying to spot a bit of space there, number 1, but he's nearly done so. But bit of juggling going on. But number 1 picking up the ball here as Rugby taking. It's a good innovative kick there, to say the least, for
very strategic.
Rugby, but it's
may have just put Hilton in a bad position.
Given possession away, in fact, and Hilton have picked up the ball here.
Running out of space on the pitch.
Can Rugby close them out and hopefully try and get the ball back, which it looks like they're trying to do there. Bit of pushing and shoving going on there on the pitch. As Hilton come forward here down the left-hand side. Fantastic attempt at a run there from number 12, but he was brought down really well there by the Rugby man. Not long left now in this first half. 12-7 to Hilton. I believe the first half is actually over. It's been an interesting affair so far. Definitely been a cagey affair to watch, but Rugby just edging ahead, coming towards the close of that first half. What did you make of it, Guy?
Yeah, no. Very extremely brilliant first half. Will it be as intense as the next though?
Could they keep the intensity up? They have definitely been doing so in their previous matches. You can see them kind of coming forward and, you know, taking the win every time they end up in front. But Hilton definitely seem like they have quite a bit of fight in them there.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the last from Hilton, to be honest. Still easily make a comeback.
As you can see in the picture there, I think the Hilton man, number 12 there, that last tackle seems to have hurt him quite a bit there, but I'm sure you can carry on. As we move in towards the second half here and we change ends. Rugby want to continue their good form, and as the day goes on in these tournaments, you start to see that playing a lot of these fast, explosive matches can take its toll on your muscles. It can take its toll and bring quite a bit of fatigue. But I'm sure the manager will be telling them to keep their heads and just try to pull through and get the win here. Definitely against a team like Hilton, the competition is quite high in matches like this, and fatigue can play a big part in a team faltering, but Rugby will definitely be hoping that they can keep their heads, won't they, Guy?
Yes, no, fully. And second half about to resume.
Hilton making their way back onto the pitch there. That number 12 that took the knock seems to be okay now. Moving relatively freely. He's back on the pitch here as Hilton go to kick off the second half. No doubt they will be looking for a response here, Hilton, as we get underway for the second half. Can Rugby keep their heads and win this match as number 3 continues to advance, but he's been brought down? A fantastic tackle there. Knew he wasn't going to get his hands around him, so he just went for the legs, and it was a brilliant tackle there to stop play. As Rugby come forward here, number 1. Tries to advance down the left-hand side, giving it to number 3, who has been the standout performer in this match in particular. Ref makes a call. Looks like it's
a yellow
card awarded there. Hilton here. As Rugby look like they've lost a man. It looks like Alan Hardwick just made his way off. Nonetheless, they continue to play here. Number 2 brought down there. It's a harsh tackle there, it seemed, but Hilton come away with it here. Number 12. It's played all the way to number 5, to number 2 now. Making their way towards the left-hand side as number 2 darts back into the centre. Trying to find a bit of space there, but he's been brought down. And number 6 showing some fantastic strength there. It's one here, but number 9 looks to be advancing for the try line, but he's been brought down by number 2. Had to be. So number 9 was making his way very quickly towards the try line.
It's great work on a Rugby side there.
Number 9
keeping
seems
it down.
to. Number 9's calling for a sub. He seems to have taken the knock himself. Sub has been made. Number 6 is on. Moving quite uneasy there, number 9. In that last one, he didn't particularly look too free, did he, guys?
No, but as you said, it's that point of the day now after so many matches.
Fatigue definitely starts to take its toll. The game is very, very explosive. Line up here. Well caught by the Rugby side, number 11.
You can even see in the lineup that just the lack of energy.
Definitely.
It's fading.
That's time
Number
to look
2
around
here.
to see what's going on there. Showing some great strength there to hold the man off. Playing it forward here. Ball bobbles not too kindly for the Rugby man, and he's lost the ball. Number 11 has it here, and number 11's been brought down there. It looks like there's a bit of a scruff going on in the middle there, but they seem to have taken the ball and they're underway again. It's given to number 8 to number 6, making their way forward now. They press down towards the left-hand side. They're advancing here. Fantastic tackle there by the Rugby man is picked up again, and the referee's made a call. ball's been played off the pitch here. Not particularly a high-scoring game, this one. Not much.
It's quite a lot of ping pong.
Yeah, not much in it. Not what you usually expect for a Rugby Sevens game, but nonetheless, Rugby have the ball again. They've been rejoined by their number one, and it's
a strong ball down the pitch.
Kick down the pitch to press Hilton
Rugby
back a little bit there. Fantastic run here, number 6, trying to pick up the ball, and he's ended up hitting it out of play, but. It's a good
Valiant
idea.
attempt, though.
It was a good idea. Very innovative there. Number 12 seems to have gone down again here. Seems to be struggling at the moment. What we were saying earlier with fatigue, I'm not too sure if that's what it is, or maybe he's picked up a knock during a tackle or something, but he seems to be very uneasy as he's moving on the pitch.
Nevertheless, he's staying on. He's
fighting his way through, isn't he?
He's determined. That he is.
Hilton still have a bit of work to do in the second half here. Haven't had a try for a while. They're still only on 7 and Rugby only on 12, so try could do it for them, but number 1 tries to play it down the right-hand side. Here come Hilton here. Number 1. To number 10 to the right-hand side and given to number 12, and number 12 showing some fantastic agility there to try and get some space and move through the Rugby line, but it was well done there by Rugby. Hilton remain in this one, and they're trying to pick themselves up here. Again, from this point and with the score line we're looking at, the game could definitely change, couldn't it, Guy?
It's still either way at the moment. If Hilton just get one more ball in.
Try could definitely do it for Hilton here. No doubt they'll be mindful of that and be trying to get that as well, as Hilton
They're in a tough position right now, though.
gets on the way with the scrum here. Rugby doing well to hold on to the ball. Number 1 making his way towards the left-hand side, cuts into the middle here. Fantastic dummy. He's making his way forward. Number 1 to number 13 here. Number 13 continues to move forward, and he's nearly at the try line. They continue to push forward here. Done well to keep the ball in possession here, but Rugby not allowed to make the try line, but I think he's managed to get there, and number 1, the standout player for the day today.
Seems to be Tom Hardwick.
And he seems to have done it.
Score currently 12-7.
Showing a bit of character there, Hardwick. So fantastic try. He did very well to get to the try line there. Hilton seemed to not allow him to get anywhere near it. They seem to be really trying to stop it there, but did really well to get there. Don't think he made that conversion. But nonetheless, Rugby pulled 10 points ahead now against Hilton, who remain on 7. But all is not lost yet. Hilton still have just a bit of time if they can work quickly here, but looks like Rugby could just see this one through here. That try at the end there definitely was important. Number 1, Tom Hardwick getting the try for Rugby was definitely important for them at this point in the game, and it's brought Hilton's momentum down a little bit. But here come Rugby again, pulling away down the left-hand side. He's made his way towards the try line, and I think he's got there, and it's another try for Rugby.
22-7 to Rugby.
They've pulled away here right at the end, and look what it means to them there. Showing fantastic scenes on the pitch on the right-hand side. The home team pull away again in another win, and they have shown some fantastic form today, Rugby.
I think 5 games today, lost 1.
They've been brilliant in the tournament today, and they would have called for a response. They would have called for some sort of performance from them being the hosts of today's tournament. They would have known that there was huge weight on their shoulders here. They're ready.
I think we can agree 4 out of 5 games is not a bad way to end your match.
Definitely not a bad way to end your home match. A win there for Rugby. Fantastic result for them. 22-7 is the ending score. Hilton starting very, very well indeed at this International Rugby Sevens tournament. But in the end, Rugby just had a bit too much for them, and their physical strength today has shown through. Fantastic bit of strength there from Rugby. Great display. What did you make of it, Guy?
Yeah, no, absolutely fantastic display from both teams, but obviously nothing can seem to stop Rugby at the moment.
Rugby with a brilliant performance. And that's it for this match of the International Rugby Sevens tournament. Thank you very much.